Hi there guys, Sam here. Welcome to another video where I go through whether or not you should trade in your old Mark 7 Golf for a new Golf 8. So yeah, I'll get straight into the video really. So yes, welcome once again for another video, and if you're not familiar with my channel, I own a Mark 7 Golf R which I've documented over the last few years on this channel. Fantastic car. Now, this video I wanted to kind of make it kind of short and sweet and to the point. I've had a few questions about the Golf 8 and where it's at, and a few questions about would you upgrade. For me, it's going from a Mark 7 Golf R to a Mark 8 Golf R. But it's the exact same sort of situation if you own just a normal Mark 7 Golf. Will you go for a Golf 8, basically? Golf 8 is kind of how VW document it on their website. So let's start with the new Golf 8. So as you can see on screen, this is basically a basic Golf 8. The absolute, I say bottom of the line, but you know, it's still a quality car, and they call it the Life. It has a 1 litre engine, 110 PS, 6-speed manual, 5-door. Absolutely fantastic. That car starts from £23,300, and I'm sure that, particularly in these times, you should be able to get some sort of a little bit of a discount to help you out on that, but that's what you're looking at paying. Now, if you currently own, say, a base specs Mark 7 Golf, the difference between the price of those two cars is probably anywhere from sort of £10,000 upwards. So it's quite a bit of a step up for a generation change. And a lot of you guys out there will finance your cars, the PCP, lease deals, however you kind of manage it. And that will mean your car will naturally just need changing anyway for so many people out there. And the natural choice is just to go for this. Now, if you're on a finance agreement, you will actually have the option of whether or not to actually buy your current car outright. So if you have a Mark 7 Golf, should you keep hold of it? And this is kind of what I'm going to hopefully try and help out with, along with those people who actually own their car outright. I know it's a smaller minority, but hopefully help you out as well. I do encourage you to check out my previous videos because this car has been absolutely fantastic for me. And it's not just a case of the fact that it's a Golf R, it's top of the range of the Mark 7. It's a brilliant car anyway, in terms of its like refinement, doesn't rattle. It feels like a nice quality premium car, and I kind of enjoy it. Not to an extent of like an Audi, but I kind of wouldn't really want that. I like the place where this car sits, and it's a brilliant car, and it's sold well over the years for that reason. Now, what people should realise if they're going for a Golf 8 is essentially it's built upon the exact same chassis. Now, that's just generally to save on costs. This is a platform that is used on a lot of other cars, it should be stressed. The Audi A3 being one, I think it's the Skoda Scala is another one, which is sort of obviously at a cheaper price point than the Golf. The Golf itself, and they sort of mix and match parts and engines across different ranges anyway, so you're not getting anything sort of massively bespoke by a Golf, and you're also not getting a big step up from a Mark 7. The biggest change has to be the technology and the software changes. Now, that's all going to take a little bit of time for everyone to get used to and to get stuck into. And I think more worryingly across that, and from what I've heard a little bit on the news and from a little bit of reports, and a few subscribers have mentioned it as well, is that they seem to have cut back a little bit on the quality. And it actually seems like the Mark 7 is actually a slightly more premium car than a Golf 8. Now, I can understand why that would happen, because manufacturers have to cut costs, they have to save money, they have to have their margin on how much they build the car for and how much they can sell it for, and the easiest way to do that is to cut costs in production line. Simple as that. And it wouldn't have surprised me if they have done. Now, I'm not going to make any massive judgments because I want to sit in Golf 8 and I want to check it out and I want to see it for myself, and hopefully as time goes on, when I'm back in the office and back in West London, I can check out one of VW's biggest dealerships, Volkswagen West London, and I can check out the Golf 8 and I can judge for myself. I like to, you know, experience it for myself to make a full and honest assessment on this. So trying to think of it from a point of view from you guys behind the camera who would be watching this kind of video. If you own your car, your Mark 7 Golf outright, would I be jumping into a Golf 8 right now if I were you? No, is the quite simple answer. You've got to factor in the fact that if you buy a new Golf 8, it's going to depreciate quite heavily in the first 2 years, it's going to depreciate a lot. Your Mark 7 Golf, which you have at the moment, is simply not going to depreciate from the price point that it's at this current stage in time. So I wouldn't really recommend it, if I'm honest with you. If you're on some sort of PCP or finance agreement, which a lot of people are, and you have the choice of either paying a balloon payment to keeping your car or going for a Golf 8, the natural thing is probably to go for a Golf 8 because they have decent deals, they have decent rates, you're getting a fresh new model, you get to enjoy something new. That's what people generally enjoy, and you will. It's a fresh infotainment system, it's a fresh look of a car, and to be honest with you, I don't think you'll be disappointed if you do. Saying that, if you do have enough money stashed away and saved away to be able to buy your current Mark 7 Golf outright, I would really consider you doing so, because your money is quite safe in that. It's not like you're putting your hard-earned money into something that's not going to be worth anything. It's a good actual investment. Actually, going into the Golf 8 might seem good in the short term, but in the long term, you'll probably find yourself you'll lose a little bit more money. Based on all the reliability and the quality of the Mark 7 Golf, I really still think it's a strong proposition to actually keep hold of. And that would be my overall assessment at this current stage in time. So I hope that's helped you out and given you an assessment from someone who's owned a Mark 7 Golf for the last 3 years and has a fair amount of an idea of what the Golf 8 is going to be like. I'm really interested to know your thoughts on it and whether or not you are thinking of upgrading, whether or not you're thinking of trading up. I know a lot of my subscribers are more performance orientated and they like the Golf R, such as myself, to be honest with you. And it's the same type of thing. What are you actually getting more? What is the actual point of kind of doing it? You've got to kind of say to yourself, is it finance? Is it all around the cost? Is it you want something a bit more performance? Is it you just want a different look and you love VW Golfs? Perfectly fine with that. You've just got to decide it for yourself. But what I've said stands true in terms of where you're going to save money, which, to be honest with you, is what is on top of most people's list, or at least should be, particularly in this day and age. We're coming up to the start of June now, so it'll be interesting to see how things develop with the Golf 8. There are some technical issues, software issues that they have to sort out, but they will sort them out. It's VW, they've got the budget, don't worry. Don't worry about them too much. And it'll be interesting to know what the car is going to be like. But let me know your thoughts. Will you be trading up from your Mark 7 Golf to a Golf 8? And I really hope this video has helped you out and you found it insightful. But yes, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you again next time. Cheers, guys.